In the bustling heart of the town, amidst the cacophony of daily life, lived a woman named Antoinette. Antoinette was a vision of beauty. Even in her 5th decade, her skin remained smooth as porcelain, and her hair, a cascade of shimmering gold, drew admiring glances wherever she went. Yet, her beauty was not a universal blessing, particularly for her daughter, Eloise. Eloise, though in her 20s, appeared far older than her mother. Her face was etched with fine lines, and her skin seemed prematurely aged. While Madame Antoinette stayed youthful and beautiful, Eloise appeared as though time had sped up for her. This difference made Eloise very angry. People always compared her to her mother, and they would whisper, wondering why Eloise looked so old while her mother looked so young. The contrast between their youthful appearances was a constant source of whispers and comparisons, fueling Eloise's growing resentment. Envy festered within Eloise, morphing into a bitter hatred for her mother. She began to see her mother's beauty as a cruel curse that had robbed her of her own youth. Day by day, this toxic emotion gnawed at her, until she resolved to rid herself of her mother once and for all. One evening, Eloise devised a sinister plan. She prepared a sumptuous meal for Antoinette, carefully lacing one of the dishes with a potent poison. She believed that if her mother perished, the supposed curse would be lifted, and she would be free. As the mealtime approached, Eloise's heart pounded with a mix of anticipation and dread. However, in her haste, she made a fatal mistake. In her nervousness, she forgot which plate had the poison. She inadvertently ate from the poisoned plate herself. Soon after, Eloise felt a strange sensation in her abdomen. It began as a mild discomfort, but quickly escalated into a searing pain. Her stomach began to swell, growing larger and larger as if something within her was struggling to escape. She let out blood-curdling screams, clutching her belly, her face contorted in agony. Antoinette, witnessing her daughter's suffering, rushed to her aid. But Eloise's body continued to inflate, her skin stretching taut over her distended form. With her last breath, Eloise looked at her mother, her eyes filled with a mixture of remorse and terror. "Mom!" she gasped, but before she could finish, her body exploded with a deafening blast. The shockwave sent Antoinette flying to the floor, her heart shattered by the horrifying sight. Eloise's hatred, envy, and the poison had conspired to destroy her in the most gruesome manner. Antoinette understood that it wasn't her beauty that had cursed Eloise. It was the jealousy in Eloise's heart that had eaten away at her. Eloise's own hatred had killed her, not the poison. From that day on, Antoinette's beauty slowly began to fade. The world still saw her as a vision of loveliness, but she felt a profound emptiness within. Her beauty, once a source of admiration, became a reminder of the terrible price her daughter had paid for her envy. Well, that's the end of our story today. What did you think of Antoinette and Eloise's tale? Did you relate to any of the characters? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more thrilling tales. And don't forget to leave a comment with your thoughts and ideas for future stories. Until next time, stay safe.